And tonight we're hearing from a man in Haiti who has family on the Treasure Coast. He says he's not sure if he'll be able to leave the country as the violence and unrest continues. Steve King joins us live with what that man is saying about his efforts to come to the U.S. Steve?
Jade, Robinson Grayso says he's in a part of Haiti not under gang rule and there's no chaos in the streets where he is, but he's still not sure what's next or if he'll be able to leave Haiti.
I'm not saying I'm 100% confident. I would say like maybe 60% confident, So I will try.
Robinson Grayso, a man with Treasure Coast ties, says he's looking into different options to get out of Haiti as soon as possible. Grayso says he lives in Marabelli, about 34 miles from Port-au-Prince, and Port-au-Prince is where most of the violence and unrest is, forcing people there to stay inside and away from the violent gangs on the streets.
We don't have so many violence here, and we are fine here. The worst thing is in Port-au-Prince, where people get trapped and stranded.
He says as of now, he has a flight with Missionary Flights International based in Fort Pierce, scheduled for April 4th. However, he is not sure if that flight is still on, even though it's out of a small airport 55 miles from Port-au-Prince, since flights are so limited. Grayso says he's also trying to get a flight out of the Dominican Republic, which he'd be able to cross into since he's a U.S. citizen, but he's not sure if that flight will be possible either. However, he says his main concern is the people who have it worse than him, many who cannot leave their homes due to the havoc outside, let alone leave the country.
I'm not scared. My most worry is in the people that, stranded in Port-au-Prince. This is my most concern for those people who die every day, innocent blood shed on the street.
As a minister, Grayso says he's doing his best to spread a message of hope to the people of Haiti. I reached out to Missionary Flights International to see if Grayso's April 4th plane is still going to depart as planned, but so far I have not heard back. Jade?